102.7 Kiss FM. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Let me get Lety on the phone here. So, Lety, I'm going to jump right into it for you in Torrance. You found a business card of a woman who cuts hair in your husband's jeans. What happened after you found the card?
Well, so I showed it to him, and he was like, yeah, she just told me to call her directly, and, like, she'd tell him if she was available. But that just felt like crap because he was like, oh, you can't book online because she's the only one who does it right. And, like, he just seemed to be making up all these things as he went.
Okay. How long have you been married?
We've been married for 6 years. So
do you think he's, like, seeing this woman on the side? Is that you think he's cheating on you with her?
Yes, because after that conversation and how strange that was, I checked his phone, and he's been calling her pretty regularly, like every few days. But he's such a sweet talker. I know he's going to be like, well, she's busy. I call a lot because she says she's not available. But I also decided to go in there with my son. And so I booked an appointment online, which is what you're supposed to do. Like, it's 2024. You can pick a stylist online. Mm-hmm. But I made the reservation from his phone, so it looked like he was coming in. And then when we arrived, Izzy seemed stunned to see me and our son, and it was just so awkward.
Okay. What is her name? Izzy?
Izzy, yeah.
Izzy. Okay. All right. So let's see what we can find out. Stay where you are. If you just got here, we are in the middle of Ryan's Roses on Kiss FM. We just talked to Lety. So she found a business card of a woman named Izzy who cuts hair at a place in her husband's jeans pocket. She put her number on the back with a heart. I mean, of course, although
I feel like
Tanya, I feel like you would do that.
Yeah, I would totally do that. 100%. Do that.
So, but Lety has a bad feeling about it, and her name is Izzy. Let's see what we can find out. Lety, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call.
Okay, we will do that right now. Let's see what we can find out. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Okay, Lety?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Daniel, please?
This is he. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm calling from Flowers of Torrance. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay.
Great. You know, we're new to the area on Sepulveda near the Walgreens and offering a promotion to local residents. And since you are in the area, it's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like, either residential or to their business or whatever is more convenient for you. They're absolutely free. Just trying to promote our business. Is this something you'd be interested in?
Wait, how'd you get my number?
We have a database here that you may have purchased something online within the last 18 months and selected to receive promotional offers from local vendors.
Okay. Hasn't everyone in the world purchased something online within the last 18 months?
That's how we get our database.
Oh,
like
okay.
I said, though,
Right,
the flowers are free. They're red roses. Just trying to promote our business. And hopefully if you do like us and like the arrangement, then you come back as a customer one day. But these are absolutely free. I don't need cash. I don't need credit card. I don't need anything like that from you.
Okay. Walk me through how this would work. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it's super simple. We'll be done in 5 minutes. So we just need the name of the person you want to send them to.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will send them to Isabel with an S.
Okay. Isabel with an S. And what would you like to put on the card?
Just put like from your favorite client, but don't put my name. She'll know. Like from your favorite client, she'll know me.
From your
Daniel, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. We have your wife Lety on the phone. Daniel, what is Isabel? What is Isabel's nickname?
Easy.
I knew it. I knew it.
You knew what? Hold on. Wait. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What are we talking about? Are you married to this woman on the phone named Lety for 6 years?
Yes, of course.
And then why did you just send roses to Izzy?
They were free roses. I just sent roses to
why
my
are you
wife
her
on
favorite?
Valentine's
Why
Day.
are you her favorite client?
She's the only person in LA who can do my hair. Like, I have weird hair.
Daniel, with all
Like,
due respect, Daniel, it's not our first day on the job here. So you just didn't also want to put your name on it. So you're hiding something. So Daniel, just tell your wife, Lety, what's going on. She found the business card with the heart on it and the Izzy name on the back of the card. And now you're sending roses to her. Clearly there's something more going on, or you want something to happen. What is it?
No, babe, listen, there's not anything going on. Like, I'm a flirt. Like, that's just, I'm a flirt.
Oh, no.
Yes, I know you're a flirt, and I hate it. And I knew when I found that business card. I can't. I am so furious.
Daniel.
You say you hate it, but I got us a great deal on that driveway. Remember that? You were mad that day.
Oh.
What happened?
No. He flirts with everyone and got us a discount, he thinks, but everyone they're just humoring you. It's sad. It's disrespectful to me.
Clearly she doesn't like it, Daniel. And I don't know, sending roses seems a little more than just flirting. And even so, listen to how your wife feels about it.
It's so intimate to send red roses.
What's going on with you and Izzy? What's happening here, bro?
Just come clean now.
Please?
Nothing. I just sent my wife roses on Valentine's Day, okay? And then,
so you just didn't send her roses right now.
Right.
Okay, because I just gave her roses. This is
Daniel, there's no reason to yell.
Okay, spread the love.
First of all, Valentine's Day was like almost a month ago.
Daniel, your wife thinks you're cheating on her. It sounds like you are.
Babe,
Swear on Levi's life that you're not having an affair.
Oh, no.
Babe, I'm not.
Oh, there it is. There it is, Lety.
Listen, not for anything. I wouldn't do it for anything. I would not do that for anything.
It's an easy answer. You can easily answer that if you're not guilty.
I am not guilty.
I can't
Can we talk
do
about
this
this later?
anymore.
You are overreacting. Can we talk about this later? We'll just talk this out.
No, I can't do this anymore. I thought I could. I can't, Daniel. I cannot.
Come on. Listen, this is how...
It's too painful for her.
Lety, clearly this is not something that you have been comfortable with for a long time.
Right.
So we're going to let you guys go. You got as much information, I think, as we're going to get from Daniel. And we wish you the best. Good luck, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Come back to that. He's saying you're overreacting. He's saying I'm a flirt. Clearly that had been festering inside of her for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that notion.
Yeah.
When your significant other is a flirt. Thanks for listening to us. Ryan Seacrest here. Sisney and Tanya. We had a pretty explosive Ryan's Roses. I do think that, he's clearly covering something up. We'll come back to that. If you heard it, call us 800-520-1027. Let's talk about that concept for a second. So it was Ryan's Roses, and she said, Lety said, I found a business card of a woman who cuts hair in my husband's pocket. Her number was on the back with a heart on it. Well, her name was Isabella, and her nickname was Izzy. And sure enough, Daniel sends Izzy the roses and says, from your favorite client. But he also says, don't say my name. So he's hiding something, wanting to hide something. And then his justification for doing it to his wife was, I'm a flirt. That's what I do. I flirt. And clearly she's not happy about that and hasn't been for a long time.
Right.
But this didn't sound like flirting. This sounded like something was going on.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about that? Like, have you ever been in a relationship with someone who's flirty? Like, what's the difference between flirty and just being,
charming and charismatic?
Right?
It's a fine line, but you feel it. If you feel it in your heart and in your gut and it bothers you, then that's too much.
Although I think like your own insecurity could then be confused with someone's charm or flirt. Like if you have an insecurity inside,
right,
and someone's with someone else talking and they're just being charming, you might think that's flirting, but it's really not. So it's a slippery slope.
It's totally a fine line. It really, really is. But for him to just admit it like that, almost like making an excuse, Like, oh, well, I'm allowed to act however I want to act because I'm a flirt.
And he was saying, did he say that they got a deal on a driveway?
Yes, because of him flirting.
I wanted to dive into that.
Yeah.
So they got a deal on their driveway because he flirted. And then he said, but you appreciated that, honey. You appreciated that, babe, that I got this deal on the driveway.
It's just like so gross.
Clearly she doesn't. She's had a problem with it for a long time. But I don't think he's flirting. I think the guy's doing something with Izzy. Or he wants to do something with Izzy. So Nadine in Westminster. Nadine, good morning.
Yeah.
How are
Hi,
you?
good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So we're in the middle of this Ryan's Roses. I don't think he's flirting. I think the guy's trying to have or something happen, or something is happening.
I think it is happening already.
Oh, yeah.
But go ahead. You heard it.
I agree. He's probably cheating, but, like, this is just such a cautionary tale because, like, I just think you should never date a flirt and definitely don't marry one, right? Because, like, they always have plausible deniability. Like, you can't trust them because, like, whatever behavior happens that you confront them with, they can just be like, oh, I was just flirting. You know me. I'm always a flirt. It was just flirting, blah, 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 you know?
I've had friends in my life in relationships where they've said to me, oh, no, she just likes to flirt. I'm like, wait, how is that? Like, how is that possible?
Right.
Right?
It's just an excuse for bad behavior.
Or we're just insecure. Not in this case, but like, I don't know. I'd be too insecure to be with somebody that's always flirting.
Yeah, it's just like, it's draining.
Yeah, totally. Like I've fallen for it in the past. I get it. We all do. Like, flirts are very charming, but it's just like a recipe for disaster.
Yep. That's why we're not with them.
Well, Nadine, thank you for listening.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to.
All right, I appreciate that. Bye. I'm just Googling.
Bye-bye.
What's the difference between flirting and charming?
Oh, I'd be interested to see what it says.
If I could type it in fast enough. What's the difference between gelato and ice cream? I guess that was a search of mine. What's the difference between peanut butter and almond butter? My searches are great. What's the difference between...
So there's flirting and being nice, flirting and complimenting.
Okay, you guys do it. Yeah, what is it? What'd you find?
Flirting is geared towards sexual insinuations, while
charming?
While charming or compliments are most sincere without any hidden charges or intentions.
So, yeah, if it's clear, but also it's in the eye of the sort of viewer.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
I think you can tell when someone's flirting with you. If there is some sort of sexual tension, then that is flirting.
Yeah. Well, he's got some tension. I felt it. Mm-hmm. Daniel. All right. Well, I always I'm physically drained after these Ryan's Roses calls.
I consider you charming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Versus the other one? Versus the other
Flirty?
scenario? Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, great. Thank you. That's my intent. The charm. It's time for Ryan's Roses. All right, let's get into it. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So, Isabella, Cypress Park. Good morning, Isabella. Thank you for having us on. And I just want to jump right into the issue. So you say your husband's lying and you got to get to the bottom of it. He claims he's never been to your neighbor's house, but then you go over for dinner together and his phone connects to the Wi-Fi. It's very familiar with the setting there. He's got the password. He's been on the Wi-Fi before. So why does that mean he's cheating? I guess that's my question.
Because he's obviously like connected to their Wi-Fi before, and he's been there. Like when he told me that he's never been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So to give you a little background, they moved in last summer. The couple, they're like around the same age as us. They also don't have kids. And we were like, we thought, we're like, they could possibly be good friends for us. But we just never ended up introducing ourselves. And then last fall, there was a different neighbor who was like, what do you think of the new neighbors? And I said, I don't know. I haven't met him. And she said, I saw your husband's car in their driveway. And he said that wasn't him, it wasn't his car. So fine. didn't think that much of it at the time.
Yeah.
And then we ended up meeting this couple since, and then they invited us over for dinner last weekend.
Okay.
And then, as my email said, like when we walked in, he always hands me his phone, and I put both our phones in my purse. And I looked at it, and it had their home Wi-Fi that was already connected, where you have to enter a password and stuff. So he's been there,
I get it.
and he's obviously lying to me.
But you think? I mean, you've been in this relationship, this marriage, for how long?
About a couple years.
And you think that he's going over there and having an affair with the wife of your neighbor?
Yeah, why does your mind go there?
Well, I asked him about it again, and I was like, "Are you sure you've never been there before?" And he was like, "No, why?" And if he was just, I don't know, over there watching Lakers games or something with the husband, why would he be lying about being there before? Also, the wife is super attractive. She's always wearing really low cut tops, and I don't know.
Okay. All right. Look, I don't know. I mean, maybe something's going on, but the fact that you're going to that place, it does worry me. What is your neighbor's name? The wife. What's her name?
Her name is Alexis.
Alexis. Okay, that's important for us to know. I'm pressing play on a song. Hold tight for 1 second, and we'll see if we can track down your husband. Ryan's Roses, Isabella, and she thinks her husband's cheating on her with her neighbor, who's married, Alexis. He lied about being over there. He's got the Wi-Fi and the password. So why is he over at the neighbor's house, and why is he lying about it? And why is there so much worry in this marriage that Isabella thinks he's cheating?
Exactly.
Let's try and find out. So, Isabella, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband.
Okay, we're going to do it right now. Be very quiet. Let's see if we can find out. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Leo?
It is.
Hi, my name is Amanda. I'm calling from Lala Blooms. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing okay.
Great. We're a flower company that delivers in Cypress Park and surrounding areas, and actually got a little shop right by the King Taco. New to the area and offering a promotion for local residents. It's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. I don't need cash or anything like that from you.
Okay.
Is there anybody you would want to send free roses to?
I mean, not particularly. I'm still kind of confused at what this is.
It's just a dozen red roses. We can start with the name of the person, and you can write a little note, and we'll get them out by lunchtime today. And just trying to promote our new business. If you like our arrangements, or whoever you gave them to likes our arrangements, we hope that you guys refer us to friends and family or come back as a customer one day.
Okay. Well, I mean that sounds good. I don't really feel comfortable giving personal information.
I don't need any of your personal information. We just need the name of the person you want to send them to. You can start there.
I'm not going to give the name. I'll give the address. And if it gets there, then it gets there. But other than that, no.
Oh, well, what would you like to put on the card?
Okay. Well, just simple note. I love you. And then my name, which you already seem to know.
Yes, it's Leo.
Yeah.
And
the
so the address. Why don't you give me the address?
Okay, it's Locust Drive.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Is that Isabella's address?
That's why I just wanted to at least get the number.
We're aligned. Isabella, is that your address or is that your neighbor's address?
It's my address.
It sounds like he's sending the flowers to you.
I think we should ask him what's up while we're here.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Are you down?
Yeah, I mean,
Here,
I want to know what the hell is going on.
Let me handle. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Leo. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Just need you to know that. My name is Ryan. How are you, Leo?
I'm good. I'm very confused as to what's happening right now.
I would be too. We have your wife, Isabella, on the phone, and she's very happy you sent her flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a reason that we're here, and that is, Leo, she's wondering, and we know probably more than you want us to know, but she's wondering why you have been lying about being at your neighbor Alexis's house and why you have the password to their Wi-Fi. And further, are you spending time with your neighbor's wife and having an affair? I mean, that's really it.
What? Whoa. What? And she had you call me for this? This is insane.
She didn't. She had Sissany do it.
Because you lied about going to Alexis's house. You said you'd never been there, and then I saw that your phone had connected to the Wi-Fi, and then Marcy said that she saw your car there, and I want to know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, first, hold on. You sound upset. Calm down. I can explain.
Oh,
I
don't
just
say calm
can't do this on the radio. I can't do it on the radio.
Why? Is it because you're sleeping with our neighbor?
No, 100% not. That's not
Can you just tell us how you have their Wi-Fi and why you lied about being over at their place?
Why are
that
you
just
being so
doesn't
sneaky?
add up.
Okay, I can't explain this on the radio. I understand why she thinks
does
things are
it?
happening.
Because maybe, I'm just asking, Leo, but does it impact the other couple in a way that intrudes? And it's,
Okay, if you're alluding to anything like an affair or anything of that nature, no. That's
Yeah, I just want to know why
occurring.
you were there with her.
I wasn't with Alexis. I was with Brian.
What, you're sleeping with Brian?
No, babe. I'm not sleeping with anybody. I promise you. This is nothing like that.
Okay, then what is it?
well, let's let you guys discuss. It sounds like I think it could be a privacy issue for the other couple.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
it's health related.
I
don't know.
I will explain this. I just cannot discuss this on the
All right,
radio.
so here's what we'll do, Leo. Leo, Isabella, I will connect you guys off the air. And Isabella, if you want to come back on after this song and tell us everything's okay or not, you could just say that. But you decide. Can we let them speak for a second off the air?
Yeah.
We can do that. Leo and Isabella have been talking during that song to find out. I guess we don't really need to intrude and find out what the issue is, but is there a problem? Because he said he's not cheating. If you heard Ryan's Roses, Isabella, I want to grab you before we lose you. Are you there?
Yeah.
So can you tell us anything? Does everything sound like it checks out?
Well, I don't, yeah, we talked. I don't think he's, sleeping with Alexis. What he's involved with is with Brian. And yeah, I don't know if it's 100%, legal. So he just didn't want to talk about it, obviously, on the air. And I probably shouldn't either. So
you have peace of mind. You feel better about your husband and any infidelity.
yeah, definitely about, like, no question about the infidelity, but
Yeah, but
Greg,
you're still
we'll clear
keeping
out.
this from you.
talk
Well, hold
about
on for a
things.
second.
Yeah.
Like, let's let them work that out. Our job is not that, right? We found
Sure,
out.
but he still lied.
But maybe it sounds like she knows, and it was for a reason that she
Was kept
needs to hear more
secret.
about. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Isabella. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
So she's saying he's doing something illegal, or it's illegal for her to talk about what it is.
Who
on the air?
knows?
I mean,
Either
it could be
or.
medical. Well, it could be medical, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm like, that's a
Sounds
stretch.
like an intrusion of privacy to me.
Sounds like
Like-
Breaking Bad to me.
I've never seen that or Game of Thrones.
Oh,
so I don't know if it
Breaking
sounds like
Bad
Game of
is-
Thrones to you or not.
You would enjoy Breaking Bad.
I think you'd love.
It's a
Breaking
quick
Bad.
movie. It's a quick moving episode show.
And Game of Thrones, has your ship sailed on that?
That one. Oh no.
I didn't watch that, so I can't confirm or deny.
Love is Blind. Should I start that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That was a busy one. So this is like the hard part. Going back to reframing Ryan's Roses, I don't even have notes. I got to just do this off the top of my head. But Isabella and her husband, Leo, right? They're married, and she sees his car parked at the neighbor's. Then they go out to dinner at the neighbor's house, and his phone, he gives her his phone, puts it in her purse, which is a very common move. I love to do that move.
Right.
You have any room? Which purse are you taking?
Yeah.
Oh, that one? Could you take the other one?
Start bringing
Kimberly,
your MERS.
I do bring it, not all the time, though, because it says Lululemon across it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't bring it everywhere.
Nighttime. It's more daytime.
It's more like, it's sporty me.
Right.
Yeah.
Romping
It's
around
like-
town.
Going on
Yeah,
hike.
Yeah.
It's post very intense workout. Anyway, so she sees that he has his phone, and it connects to their Wi-Fi, knows the password and all. So she knows he's been lying about being over there. Then she says, Alexis, the wife of this couple, always wears cut off shirts.
Low cut.
Yeah, cleavagey.
Yeah. And, says she's very attractive. So she starts putting it all together. And in her mind, there's enough question in their marriage to think that he's sneaking over there, lying about it, and hooking up with the wife.
Well, now I know why, because he's been keeping this whatever from her already. So he has been sneaking around.
So he did send the roses to his wife, and he has been sneaking around. And he admitted that, but it's not to go see the wife. It's to go see the husband. For some reason, he just said he was not comfortable putting on the air. So I got to give it to him. I believe he's not cheating on his wife.
You got to give it to him for lying to his wife and keeping this quote unquote
maybe-
illegal conversations, or who knows what they're doing.
Is it illegal? Well, he said the word illegal. Was it illegal for him to say it on the air? Or is there something going on illegal in their neighbor's house? We don't know that.
We don't know. But in either case, I feel as though maybe he was keeping it from his wife to protect her.
No. He's
So
not keeping
you
that.
think, but see, again, we're not investigating the crime scene here. We're just trying to find out if he's cheating or not. And I think we found that out. He's not.
No,
Right.
I
You
think
agree?
she wouldn't approve of whatever they're doing. That's why he kept it from her.
She wouldn't approve of what Brian, the neighbor, was doing, or what he was doing with the neighbor.
Either or.
See, I thought it sounded to me, again, I have headphone ear, but I thought it sounded to me like Leo, the husband of Isabella, who was on Ryan's Roses, was going over there to help Brian get out of a situation. That's what it sounded like to me.
I didn't get that.
Well, that's why you're there and I'm here, right? I mean, everybody here's a little something different.
Either way, he's lying.
So let me ask Emma in Fullerton what she thinks. Let's get a different set of ears on this. Hey, Emma, good morning in Fullerton. What do you think about this scenario? First, do you think he's cheating? Let me ask you that.
No, I don't think he's cheating, but I think he's still hiding something. I mean, obviously. So
is it gambling?
I
Are they
think,
underground gambling or something?
yeah,
Maybe.
I literally think that this guy is like, the neighbor is just a bookie. And I mean, to use a term, and he's going over to this guy's house and is basically just still trying to hide the gambling from her, which, I mean, yeah, it's not cheating, but that's still hiding something from your wife, like that's still disturbing.
Right.
Interesting.
Because his gut instinct was to tell her, oh, no, I've never been over here. Where in reality, he could have been like, yeah, I go over there all the time to hang out with Brian. But he doesn't even tell her
Right,
that.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Here's the deal. We're going to let this ship sail.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like she's not worried about her marriage. And technically, we've done what we tried to do for Ryan's Roses. No one has to agree. That's fine.
I mean, sure, you said it for
A
her
room of
marriage. Her
crickets.
marriage is, he's lying. So the marriage is already rocky.
Well, you
All right,
know,
Emma, thank you.
peaks and valleys. They might be in a valley right now. We don't know. And then maybe
Ebb,
they'll come back
flow.
up to the peak.
Ebb, flow. Ebb, flow. Does Michael ask you to carry his phone in your purse ever?
Not often, unless he has like a bunch of other stuff.
How about Robbie? Does he do that to you, Tanya?
No, he usually keeps it in his pocket.
I just don't like it in my pocket.
I don't like it either.
distracts. You don't like it? In your pocket.
In your pocket as a man, it feels like it's too close to things.
It's too close to Grand Central Station.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? And also, it doesn't look great on my thigh. Like, if we want to be honest, aesthetically, my thigh doesn't take well to a phone
Bulge,
on top of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look on me. Now, if you're a longer-legged guy, it doesn't look so, intrusive. But if you were to see my thigh on a phone, you'd be like, I can't even see your thigh.
No, I get it.
It's not what the call was about, but we got there.
All right.